Hello. I did a group ride yesterday and I had sort of this aha moment during it, and I wanted to share it with you because it might be helpful for some of you. Now, this video is for those people who regularly do group rides and they often find themselves spit out the back over and over and over. Now, to some degree, this is a normal thing that's going to happen. You're going to move up, the group is going to rotate, you're going to be in the back again. That is a normal progression. But if you feel that you are always in the back more often than other people, there might be a reason. And it has to do with what I observed yesterday in my group ride. Okay, so a little background. This group ride is a fast, hard group ride. There's usually the same core set of people who do it. So, 15, 20 people who show up, and every so often we get new people. Because this is a hard, fast ride, I'm often at my edge on this ride. So I have to save my energy. I have to be very careful not to burn extra matches because I might be dropped. For me, it's very important to stay with the main pack and not let any gaps open, because then if that gap opens, I have to surge and I have to close that gap. That burns a match. That makes me more tired. And that's when I am in danger of dropping off the group. And this is true for a lot of people. If they're with the group and drafting, they can kind of keep a slightly more steady state. Now, not everyone does well with that, but a lot of people do better and can hang better if it's not quite surgy. Some people love the surges and that's fine, it doesn't burn them, but a lot of people, those surges burn them, so they're trying to minimize those surges. So yesterday, what happened? A new person came, I didn't know this person. They were hanging with the group fine, and I was behind their wheel, but they would start to open gaps here and there. And it's not a big gap, but it's bigger than the gaps behind everybody else. So most people, they're keeping their gap like around a foot behind the wheel in front of them. This person was opening gaps about a full bike length. And this kind of sent alarm bells up in me. I was surprised at my reaction. I did not feel good behind this person because I didn't know this person. Maybe this person is strong and they're fine and they're not dropping off and they can keep up with the group and they're opening that gap for whatever reason, but they can close it easily. Or maybe this person is not that strong and the reason the gap is opening is because they're getting more and more tired and eventually they're going to pop off. I'm going to be stuck behind them. Then I have to come around and close that gap. And that is not easy for me to do. So I did not want to stay behind this person. So I would move up and pass this person. And then eventually later on, they would end up in front of me. And then I would move up again and try to pass them because I did not feel secure being behind them because one, they were opening that gap, and two, they were an unknown person. So if you are constantly getting spit out the back or people are constantly moving in front of you and passing you, think about the gap you're opening in front of you. If you are opening a bigger gap than everyone else around you, that's probably why people are passing you. If you are a new rider, you are more likely to be passed, especially in a group where everybody knows everybody else, because you are the unknown quantity. You haven't proven yourself yet. Like once they know you're a strong rider, you're reliable, you're not going to open gaps. If a gap opens, you can chase, you have that strength. People will sit behind you because you're a strong wheel and they appreciate your help. But until you show them that you are a strong wheel and that you can do that, they're not going to want to sit behind you. So my advice is if you join a group ride, try to ride like everybody else. Look at the gaps they're leaving and try to leave the same amount of gaps. And then also, if you join a group ride and you're new to that group, do not be surprised if people are a little bit more aggressive and they're trying to pass you and put you in the back. Because most people who are in group rides, who know the group rides well, they're the stronger riders, they're going to want to be in the middle or towards the front. And then all the newbies or the weaker riders, they're just going to naturally kind of be forced back there. And then over time, as people get to know you, you'll probably find it a lot easier to hold your position in the group and not be spit out the back.